Hi, my name is Hunter. It is December, Friday the 13th, 2024, and welcome to the fourth episode of Short Drops, Shallow Water, where the dive time will not exceed 40 seconds and the depth will not exceed 25 feet. We'll be going out today with a dive float, which is thanks to the suggestion of an IRL viewer.
Dive flag or a buoy would be good.
That'll be good for safety, for sure. And it'll also let me get the fish stringer off my waist. So that way I don't have a lot of dead fish against my body. Fish that bigger fish might want to eat. And I'll be able to go out with the 3-prong and the spear gun comfortably and not have to hold them both. I can just string up the one I'm not using to the float. The rope I have with it is going to be a 50-foot rope. I'm just going to kind of connect it like a circle, make it a 25-foot rope. And yeah. Look at this fool. So optimistic. This was a pretty rough dive. Completely of my own doing. So by trying to make that rope half its length and connecting it in that loop, I just dragged around a giant, negatively buoyant 25-foot loop behind me that, of course, got caught on all the rocks, all the coral. Yeah, I spent about 1 of my 2 hours just untangling myself, so back to the drawing board. We're going to workshop this float. And it was super frustrating, and I learned that trying to spear while frustrated does not lead to any success. We went 0 for 5. Okay, this is the next day. We hit the water early, determined to redeem ourselves here. Starting off good with this 9-eye, or orange bar surgeonfish. Named for the orange bar. This is not a great shot, but it held. Any shot that holds is a good shot. Still got the knife. Happy days. Yeah, brain them, bleed them as soon as you can. It'll put them out of their misery, stop them from releasing those stress hormones, and keep that fishy tasting blood from seeping in the meat. So everybody wins. You get a better tasting fish. The fish doesn't have to suffer. And this is how to reload. I realize I've never shown that. So you're gonna put the 2 bands up and pull the shaft through, making sure that string is not all tangled up around the gun or the spear there. Notch it back into place, and you're gonna wrap the shooting line up and around this first notch and down and out around the second. Kind of hold the spear in place, and you will wrap that line all to the line release back there. Loading up the bottom band first to the farther back notch. And this one, try not to pull on the Dyneema, that string holding the rubbers together, just to make them last a bit longer. And I like making sure the rubbers are equal on both sides. I feel like it might help give a straighter shot, but I don't know. This is our second 9-eye of the dive. It's a pretty foolish shot. You could see the current really pushing everything around, including me. Definitely moving my gun around too. And I did not have a proper broadside on this guy. So yeah, definitely got lucky. That was surely not a high percentage shot. We did really well today though. We went 6 for 7 on our shots, which I'm super pleased with. This is just showing the fish. It's Like, yeah, we're in the water to hunt, but still have fun with it, you know? It doesn't have to be serious. It's just really fun to explore the ocean sometimes without being worried about killing something. And just pretty fishy all around today. This is our third and final 9-eye of the dive. And my first ever stone shot on camera. So the stone shot just means you got it through the brain. You can see this thing was immediately dead. That is exactly what you want. They don't put up a fight. They don't call sharks. They don't release any stress hormones. Just dead as soon as you pull the trigger. This is a vekeula, or a yellowtail goatfish. A real bad shot there near the tail. And he had a lot of fight in him too, this little guy. Not the biggest, but he was just about 9 inches. Hit him with the Shaka measuring tool. These guys' legal size is 7 inches, so he was plenty big to find his way to my table. And even these small guys, like, look how much blood and gunk is coming out when you cut the gills up there. Like, all of that is stuff that would have otherwise seeped into the meat and made it taste worse. If you're from the island, you will recognize that unmistakable landmark that just popped up in the background. Probably just doxed my spot. And this dive, I just went down to see what that fish was. I didn't know. I looked it up. It is a broomfish, and they are good and edible. So now that I know, next time I see one, I'll be able to take a shot on it. Just, yeah, try not to shoot anything if you don't know what it is. This is a white bar surgeonfish. I just took a shot on it from the surface there. These guys are pretty tasty too. Super simple little pan fryers. You can see the fish stringer we got going on back there. My mom was following me on the paddleboard with a dive flag and holding the stringer. Brain and bleed. Look at all that I'm not gonna have to taste. That is good. And sometimes if it's a powerful shot and the shaft goes all the way through the fish, I like to put it back out the way it came, but tip first, so that way the flopper little barb doesn't deploy and get caught up in the meat, and these tabs on the back of the spear also won't catch it and tear it up. All right, we were hunting Nenue up here on these rocks, but this Pananu, he was just too curious to ignore. Sorry for the camera work here. And yeah, this guy is gorgeous. I am in a pretty rough area where the waves are breaking. I should not have taken my knife out already. I should just secure this guy, get a good hold on him, hold him against the spear like that, and swim out to some calmer water before I take out a blade. It's just unnecessary risk. All right, here we go. He's brained and bled. We're just throwing him on the stringer and showing off to mom. Super supportive, as you can hear in just a moment. Oh yeah. And this was, this is my stringer at the end of the day. So we got 3 9-eye, 1 white bar, a little goatfish, and this starry-eyed parrotfish, or Pananu. Shout out 808 No Hate for the fish ID. Yeah, not bad work. This will be a good couple meals. And this was just the coolest thing. I've seen so many urchins. I have never seen one dancing like this. He's just happy feet. Yeah, I don't know what he was up to, but that was pretty fun. And we're near the exit, gutting them. And when you're gutting, just watch out for things that like eating fish guts, because it will call them all in.